Welcome back to Legends and Lore. In the golden halls of Asgard, the gods feast. Thor drinks mead and boasts of slain giants. Odin sits on his throne, Hlidskjalf, peering into the future with his one good eye. But there is one god who does not feast, one god who rarely sleeps, one god who stands on the very edge of the world, where the burning rainbow meets the sky. Today, we are talking about the silent sentinel, the white god, the son of 9 mothers and the eternal enemy of Loki. We are diving deep into the lore of Heimdall, the guardian of the Bifrost. Many know him simply as the gatekeeper, the guy with the big horn in the movies. But in the original Norse myths, Heimdall is a figure of immense power, strange origins, and vital importance. He is the first line of defense for the Aesir, and he is the one destined to signal the end of the universe. Let's start with one of the strangest aspects of Heimdall, his birth. In Norse mythology, lineage is everything, but Heimdall didn't have a normal mother. According to ancient poems like the Voluspa hin Skama, Heimdall was born to 9 sisters. You heard that right. 9 mothers, all carrying him simultaneously. These sisters were giantesses, the daughters of the sea god Aegir and the goddess Ran. It is said they represent the 9 powerful waves of the North Atlantic Ocean. This gives Heimdall a unique connection to the primal forces of the world. He isn't just a sky god living in Asgard. He is born of the chaotic, freezing ocean. He is often called the Shining God, or the whitest of the Aesir. In Old Norse, white didn't just mean color, it meant handsome, fair, and pure. And he has one other very specific physical trait mentioned in the lore. He has teeth made of solid gold. They called him Gullintani, which literally translates to gold tooth. Whenever he smiled or spoke, his mouth would flash with brilliant light. So, why did Odin entrust the safety of Asgard to this gold-toothed son of the waves? Because Heimdall possesses senses that are fundamentally impossible for any other being, mortal or divine. To guard the Bifrost, you need more than just strength. The Bifrost isn't just a pretty rainbow. The myths explicitly state it is a burning bridge of fire. The red stripe you see in a rainbow? That's scorching heat, designed to incinerate any frost giant or troll foolish enough to try and cross it. Heimdall's job is to ensure only the worthy pass. To do this, he sits in his fortress, Himinbjorg, the cliffs of heaven, located right where the bridge hits the sky. And from there, he watches. The Prose Edda tells us that Heimdall requires less sleep than a bird. He is almost always awake. His sight is so terrifyingly sharp that he can see for 100 leagues. That's hundreds of miles, just as clearly by night as he can by day. But it's his hearing that is truly unsettling. It is said that Heimdall can hear the grass growing in the fields of Midgard. He can hear the wool lengthening on the backs of sheep. Think about the level of focus that requires. He lives in a world of absolute hyper-detailed sound. He can hear a giant's footstep 3 realms away. Nothing approaches Asgard without Heimdall knowing it first. But Heimdall isn't just a passive watcher sitting on a wall. There is a fascinating poem called the Rigsthula, which credits Heimdall with a much larger role, the creator of human society. In this story, Heimdall gets bored with his watch. He disguises himself as an old wanderer named Rig and travels to Midgard, the world of humans. He visits 3 different homes on his journey. First, he visits a poor, humble couple named great-grandfather and great-grandmother. He stays with them for 3 nights, sleeping between them in their bed. 9 months later, great-grandmother gives birth to a son named Thrall. Thrall becomes the ancestor of the class of servants and laborers. Next, Rig visits a more comfortable house belonging to grandfather and grandmother. Again, he stays 3 nights. 9 months later, a son named Karl is born. Karl becomes the ancestor of the free farmers and craftsmen. Finally, He visits a grand hall belonging to father and mother. They serve him roasted meats and fine wine. After 3 nights, mother gives birth to Jarl. Jarl is bright-eyed and learns to use weapons, runes, and ride horses. He becomes the ancestor of the warrior nobility and kings. In this way, the Norse myths claim that Heimdall is the father of the social order. He didn't just protect humanity, he structured it. Every great hero needs a great villain. For Thor, it's the Midgard serpent. For Odin, it's the wolf Fenrir. For Heimdall, it is Loki, the trickster god. These two are polar opposites. Heimdall is order, duty, and vigilance. Loki is chaos, deception, and rule-breaking. They absolutely despise each other. Their rivalry is legendary. There is a famous myth where Loki steals the gleaming necklace Brisingamen from the goddess Freya. Heimdall, with his all-seeing eyes, spots the theft instantly. He chases Loki to a remote location. To escape, Loki transforms himself into a seal and jumps into the freezing water. But he can't fool the son of the 9 wave mothers. Heimdall also transforms into a seal, and the 2 gods fight a vicious, slippery battle in the ocean until Heimdall emerges victorious and returns the necklace. But their final battle won't be over jewelry. It will be for the fate of the universe. Heimdall keeps a horn at his belt called the Gjallarhorn, the resounding horn. It remains silent for eons. But the prophecy states that when the giants finally assemble their armies, when the dead rise from hell, and when the sons of Muspelheim set the Bifrost on fire, Heimdall will take a breath. He will blow the Gjallarhorn with such force that the sound will be heard in all 9 realms. It will shake the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree. It is the alarm bell that wakes the gods for the final battle of Ragnarok. On the great battlefield of Vigrid, amidst the fire and death, Heimdall and Loki will find each other one last time. The lore says they will fight with spears and swords in a duel that lasts for hours. They are so evenly matched in their hatred and their skill that in the end, they will strike each other down simultaneously. The guardian of order and the agent of chaos will die together as the old world burns around them. Heimdall is more than just a watchman. He is the son of the sea, the father of human society, and the god who stands between existence and annihilation. He is the first to know when the end begins, and he will be the last one standing to defend the gates. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Norse mythology. If you enjoyed this look at the White God, make sure to subscribe to Legends and Lore. Which god or monster should we cover in our next in-depth episode? Let us know down below. Until next time, keep watching the horizon. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video.